Welcome to WROL Broadcast. I am Hate Mail. With me today I have Kage, not Loot, but M4 and Juicy Fries, our fearless leader of the Court of Owls. Say hi, guys.
Hello.
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 Today we are doing the meta report, and we're going to talk about Eclipso, who, fortunately, with Spectre being my slow gear, I was actually able to gear him a little early, which has been mighty useful in this siege. M4, have you geared him?
I have him L1 G11, level
Okay.
80.
And I don't think
Oh,
you
wow,
have.
you speed geared him. Huh.
Yeah.
And Juicy, have you? I know you got him to L1. Have you already geared him too to gear 11?
Not yet, but I do have the materials. I'm just slowly working on it. I need tunes for my daily missions.
Yeah, stupid mission. So, Warner Brothers, I'm gonna repeat this 1,000 times, but guess how much more money you would make if people could actually gear their characters early?
Well, they make $35 off of you every month, so.
I guess. I think they would make more though if we were power gearing characters on day one.
True.
Short-term gain versus long-term gain. But Gear 12 can't be too far away, is my prediction. And so let's go ahead and get right into it. We'll start with the powers. Fist of Wrath, Eclipso's superpower. Special damage to an enemy, 10% damage per hit. Chance on target, max 10. And strike twice if Eclipso has evasion up. Pretty similar to Harley Quinn MJ's, isn't it? Almost exactly the same.
Harley Quinn is chance, like 50% chance. Eclipso is simply a gate of evasion up,
Oh,
which
okay.
works well with his second skill, obviously.
That's true. I don't play MJ that often anymore because she never dodges. Eclipso ironically dodges a little bit more for me, so even though they have the exact same amount of evasions early in the match. His second ability, gain taunt and 5 evasion up, 30% chance to enrage each enemy. Legendary upgrade, Eclipso uses Eclipsed at the beginning of the battle, increasing cooldown of Eclipse by 2. This is basically his turn 0 evasion and taunt, almost identical to Harley Quinn MJ's.
How is it different to Harley Quinn? Because from what I know, it's
20% for Harley.
even more enraging from Eclipso. Okay.
Now, let me ask you guys a question. Do you know if Wonder Girl or Batman World's Greatest Detective is faster than Eclipso and MJ?
Let's see.
Check. I mean, Eclipso is 120.
20, yes.
Yeah, heaven.
Harley's like 117, I think.
Wonder Girl is 119. And Harley is 114.
Oh, slower than I thought.
Well, I was
Okay.
thinking a really fun team would be, is if you wanted to do an evasion team with Hal Jordan everywhere, do Wonder Girl, MJ, Eclipso, and
No,
Mr. Freeze.
no, you got it wrong. It should be Blue Beetle. He's 120. As long as you slot him to the left of Eclipso, you can remove the
That actually
immunities.
might not be bad. Because you could do Blue Beetle, MJ, Eclipso, and then do Mr. Freeze, and you could actually play an enraged team.
And then you get sniped and you lose.
Yeah.
You know, I know you guys are really into the whole dead shot higher gun thing, but I'm just not really into it.
Me neither. I don't use it anymore, but you know people are going to use it against you if you use Eclipso with Blue Beetle.
Yeah, especially Blue Beetle.
People without deep rosters will go to high gun.
I don't
Right.
use them, well, Booster, I mean, I used to use them for problem characters, especially in Siege, but now with Booster, I never use them.
Right. One Toon Solution versus like Red Robin and DSHG, right?
Yeah. The third ability, Heart of Darkness, heavy special damage and apply 4 hit chance down to an enemy. Legendary upgrade, always apply 2 hit chance down to all enemies.
I mean, there's no surprise in this one. It's his big hit. You obviously want to have it ready.
This
It's where it does damage.
This ability makes me like him more than MJ, because those hit chance downs are mighty useful.
Yeah, yeah. But although, if you are fighting against special damage characters, sometimes the AoE from Harley can be quite useful to reduce those damage.
Yeah,
So,
and she
I
hits
mean,
harder against them,
So
usually.
what the thing is, it's quite helpful that there's hit chance down by Eclipso because it works with his passives. It also works with his basic to increase his basic damage. So there's a bit of stuff going on in there.
His fourth ability, his passive, 75% chance to use Fist of Wrath on enemies when Eclipso evades their attack, and then the legendary upgrade gives him another 25% chance, so basically makes it so it's 100%. So another Harley similarity.
Mm-hmm. But what makes Harley more special is when Harley evades, she gains one more evasion up, which makes it even harder to hit her.
And she gains turn meter.
And turn meter, yeah.
His last ability, Veil of Darkness, passive ability, 75% chance to apply 3 hit chance down to all enemies that deal damage to a teammate when Eclipso is taunting. And then his legendary upgrade, when Veil of Darkness activates, reduces the cooldown of his third ability, which is Heart of Darkness, by 1, which isn't bad. M4, I'm getting a ton of feedback from you.
How about now?
I think better. I'm not sure how good this one is. I mean, I guess you want his Heart of Darkness up a lot because it does hit a lot, hit pretty hard.
Yeah.
You want it.
Haunting, though, because it seems like quite a big gate.
So the reason you want this is to spread those hit chance downs so you can do more damage, right? And then also it powers, let's see, Batman Beyond, because he gets those extra damage just like Eclipso whenever there's hit chance down on the enemy.
Yeah.
So,
Obviously, Batman Beyond is going to be his best friend.
so overall, what do you guys think of I'll start with you, M4. What do you think of just him as a character? If you were to give him an early pre-grade before our grading, what would you say?
I'll give him a B. He's useful in Siege, but he's very easy to counter in regular raid because of, like we earlier said, that Deadshot exists. Although, if you pair him with, let's say, Supergirl, where you prevent the one-hit KO, he can work. So he's a B. He can work, but he needs help.
Kage, how about your thoughts?
I have not played against him or played with him yet, so Jerry's still out on him.
And your thoughts, Bryce?
For me, I think I tend to agree with what M4 says. I'll give him like a high B because, I mean, he's Blue Harley, but in terms of surviving, he does struggle a bit because he doesn't gain more evasion ups to help him survive. And with Deadshot, I mean, he's very squishy. He can just be one shot by Deadshot quite easily. But having said that, there are a lot of characters that can synergize with him, and I think he could be quite fun.
Yeah, for me, I'm thinking maybe high B, low A, because I'm partial to any and all turn 0 taunters, but I don't see any reason why I would bring. Well, I see few reasons why I would bring him over Donna Troy, unless you're just specifically building around evasion.
You know, Sheriff Lobo made a good point the other day. Eclipso is really good if 98% of players in high PvP weren't running Hide Gun or Hal Jordan.
Yeah, he would be.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody runs those, so it kind of lowers his usefulness.
It's kind of moot.
Yeah. Any final thoughts on Eclipso before we move on? Oh, Legendary Order. That's pretty important. So for Legendary Order, what I'm thinking for him is, I took his 1, 2, and 3. I'm thinking I like 3, 2, 1, 4, 5. Anybody think differently on that?
I would go with 2-1-4-3-5.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant to say 2-3-1-4-5.
I would go with 2-1-4-3-5. Because I tend to play him more like Harley, take advantage of the evasion map. I mean, applying hit chance down, yeah, it's quite nice, but it's only 2, and it's a heavy attack, so you don't do that all the time. So make him function like Harley seems like the better choice, I think.
I find I open with that move every single time.
Me too.
3.
Yeah, speaking of which, I think the character AI, I mean, most of you must have noticed, every character's AI always use the third skill first, and then the second one, and then the basic, which explains why EAGA's AI is broken, because his buff move is his third move, so he always open with that.
So that is only true for offensive AI. Offensive AI is 100% consistent. Defensive AI, I swear it's getting tweaked because they're getting smarter. I've seen Toons open with their basic, or sometimes they do like stupid things like Red Robin giving true sight to hard gun dead shot and snipe your Hellblazer, Constantine.
Oh yeah,
so
that's true, yeah.
Right, so it's no longer consistent. So most of the time they open with their third, but doesn't always happen.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I have seen Red Robin just gave a true sight.
But that's not even against your argument, because it's both third attacks. So I've seen Larfleeze open with the steel buffs, and now your Constantine is like sitting duck.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't happen very often, but they tend to open with their big attack more often than not. But I still, personally, I use his 3 the most often in those hit chance downs.
Right, because unlike Harley, he needs those hit chance downs because he can't gain more evasions until he taunts again.
But I always disagree with Rise in Legendary Order, so no surprise.
Oh yeah, that is true. We always disagree on Legendary Orders. So, well, I mean, the listeners take what you think. Take what you think is worthy.
But I mean, it does make sense if you're trying to go for a Harley-like counter attack. But I wanted to use that 3 to take care of problem characters like Larfleeze.
Right.
I mean, if I really want to use a lot of hit chance down, I would go for Batman Beyond or Scarecrow, which really works with Eclipso as well, the hit chance down friends.
Well, what I'm thinking of is right now I'm using him in Siege, and I want those hit chance downs to keep my characters alive.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I'm using early. Alright, so we'll put that in the show notes, and if I think that's it, we'll wrap it up here and move on to our next one.
Thank you for tuning in to this edition of WROL Broadcasts, a subsidiary of the Oddsman and We Are Legends. To view additional content and support the show, please go to patreon.com/WROL Broadcasts.